Thank you, everyone, once again. My name is Wura Olakayode. I'm the programs lead at the WAAW Foundation, and it's been an exciting journey, really, from when we started to this very meeting where we are officially onboarding our 2025 scholars. Welcome to everyone in the chat room. Show your excitement with your favorite emoji. Show your excitement. Show your excitement. This session, this meeting is for you. We are excited. The entire team, the entire board of trustees of WAAW Foundation are also excited. So we are. So in the chat room, please, I want to see the energy. I want to see your excitement, our scholars. I want to see it before we move on. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, thank you all. So while we keep bringing in the participants joining, both scholars, both the current scholars that we're bringing in, the current WAAW scholars, the alumni, our partners, it's going to be a great session. So once again, thank you. And this is me officially opening today's ceremony. So once again, welcome to the 2025 WAAW Foundation Scholars Onboarding Ceremony. We are grateful that this day has come. We are proud, actually, as well, to see that this day is here. So once again, this is the WAAW Foundation event, and especially this session, this ceremony is in partnership with the Akin's 50 for 50 Impact Fund. During the course of the conversation, you get to understand what is Akin's 50 for 50 Impact Fund and how does this connect to us at WAAW Foundation, and particularly how does it connect to you as a scholar here. So you get to know more about it, but it's just important that we emphasize that this 2025 scholar program is in support with the partnership of the Akin's 50 for 50 Impact Fund, which is spearheaded by Mr. Akifenwa, who I'm so excited to see he has also joined the call. It's going to be a great time because he's going to be giving his keynote speech during this time. But before we proceed, I just want to recognize a number of people who are here. And this will keep going as we proceed. So once again, my name is Wura Ola, and I'll be the one leading this flow of session. You get to hear from different people. And one thing I would want you to leave with, and I want to establish, is that WAAW Foundation is community-driven. And I say that because for everybody that you're going to interact with during this 1 hour, 30-minute time, you're going to hear a number of them saying, I was once a fellow. I was once a scholar. And you see how the trajectory of their life has improved. We are bringing these people on so that you, our new scholars, can see that this goes beyond the monetary support that you're going to get. It's a life-changing program, and I'm promising you that it's a life-changing one. You're going to hear from our board members. You're going to hear from our funding partner, Mr. Akinbade. You're going to hear from scholars, that is, people who have walked this path that you're about to come in. You're also going to hear from our alumni. So it's a fully packed session, I must tell you. And I want to implore you to please wait to the end of it. Please don't go, especially our scholars that we are bringing on. We indulge you to please stay to the end of it. So once again, I'll quickly talk about WAAW Foundation. And for those who are just joining us, I also understand that we have people who are just hearing about WAAW Foundation, maybe because they supported this particular program, or they are our incoming partners who we're trying to onboard, and for us to show the impacts of the work that we do. So WAAW is abbreviated. WAAW is working to advance science and technology education in African women. Something to note is that we are a foundation and we are fully registered. This registration happened in 2007, and we have operational and project-based presence across Africa. You would notice that in this call, and when we get to that place of introducing, we're going to see diverse flags of African countries. We get to see that WAAW Foundation is a representation across the country. We are not bound to Nigeria. We're not bound to Ghana. We're spread across board. So that's pretty much WAAW Foundation. And we're led by great board members who I'm also excited to see Miss Ebele Agu also on this call. You get to meet her. She's our vice president and an active board member in the foundation. Sadly, we couldn't have Dr. Onoma join the call, but she sent her love to you guys. You're definitely going to meet her during the course of your program. She sent her excitement. She says congratulations to every one of you. Also on this call, we are going to have our we have representative of our board members, as I said. We'll also have representative of our scholars and fellows who have worked this part, and alumni as well who has worked this part. Can anybody see my screen?
Yeah, I can see
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we can
Okay.
see it, Rola.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So today we have a flow of conversation. This is well structured, I must emphasize as well. Please give me a second. Can't seem to see my screen here. Please give me a second. Okay, so we'll be having an opening remarks, which would be done by Miss Lucy, and I'll bring her very shortly. But one thing I want us to know is for every name that you see here, everybody that you get to interact with here, I've gone through WAAW Foundation. And I keep emphasizing it. WAAW Foundation is community driven. We are impact based. As we pour into our students who were probably in schools, you get to see how they evolve. You get to hear Lucy's story. You get to hear from Jessica how she evolved from being a chapter leader to interning with the organization to now being an associate. So it's a it's a transformative journey in WOW Foundation. So very quickly, we're going to have our opening remarks. We're going to unveil officially the 2025 scholars. We're going to hear from our founder, and that will be done in person of the Miss Ebele Ago, who is the vice president of WOW Foundation. We're going to have our keynote speech, and this keynote speech is very important because, like I'd mentioned, Mr. Akinbade is the funder, allow me to say it, for this 2025 scholarship program. He and his network of people, a network of friends and family came together to make this happen. And we really share with you the journey and the story that led to that. And it's going to be talking about legacy. So it's connecting legacy and community giving, which is fundamentally what we're about at WOW Foundation. You're going to also hear from our scholars, which we call the scholar voices. It's an opportunity for our incoming scholars to hear from those who have gone through this experience, to hear from their parts, from those who are still having their scholarship program, and those who have graduated and are now alumni. You're also going to really hear what's next from here. So for our scholars, after this onboarding session, the question is, what's next? The key thing is get to work, but definitely we're going to guide you on the journey and the steps for you to get to work. Then you get to hear from our executive director, who will be sharing the closing remark for this session. So very quickly, allow me to introduce Miss Lucy, who would be coming on board to give the opening remark. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, good afternoon. Nice to meet
Good
you all.
afternoon. Thank you.
Yeah,
So the
thank you
mic
so
is
much,
yours now.
Shura. Okay, all right. So thank you so much, everyone, for I'm so super excited to meet you all again. So trust me, whenever I'm with WOW Foundation, I'm always happy, smiling endlessly because once I was telling a friend, I was like, I don't think the story of my life would be complete without mentioning WOW Foundation because I began from here. And like what Mura has been stressing about, WOW Foundation is community driven. So we began from the community, like what you guys want to do now. And now we are all over the globe. Like we have friends everywhere, connecting from everywhere. And that's because WOW Foundation gave us that opportunity to do that. So I am really happy about this, about meeting you guys today. And yeah, congratulations to you all for this award. I was also among those who reviewed your application, reviewed your 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes videos. Trust me, you guys are amazing. You are doing so well, in your community, and which is why we have chosen you as the best 50. So imagine having over 2,000 applications and you're among those who got to be among the successful ones. So trust me, you are amazing and you're doing well in everything you're doing. So the word, the theme for today is empowered to lead and inspired to impact. So the theme alone covers everything, but I wouldn't want to stress into all of that in detail. The only thing I want to tell you is that you are great at whatever you're doing. So I think I will begin with how I began with WOW. So prior to when I moved to the UK, I joined WAAW Foundation in 2013 when my friend got the WAAW Foundation scholarship. So I was not the scholar. A friend got the scholarship, and then I got in as a fellow. So I served the WAAW Foundation from 2013 to 2017. So that was when I did all of my WAAW Foundation volunteering, going to schools to talk to girls about STEM education. And I think this was the pillar of what really shaped my life, because as a young girl, who had little or no view about how life is going to look like after school, I guess WAAW Foundation really gave me that guide. I was like, if there are so many women doing amazing things out there, so why do I think I can't do it? So even if I did not come from a very rich family, my parents can't give me the life I want to live. I think I can build a pathway for myself. And WAAW really gave me that direction for me to be able to do that. And after 2016, I left school. I joined WAAW Foundation in 2017, where I served as a STEM trainer. I think after about 2 years, I became the program manager, and about a year later, I became the program director. So for like 4 years, I served with WAAW Foundation, and the WAAW Foundation Scholarship and Outreach Program became my baby. So I nurtured the program. Lots of scholarship also went out through me as well while I was serving to our foundation. So whatever thing you're gonna go through, or you're gonna see now in this program, trust me, I have gone through those processes. So feel free to reach out to me anytime, anywhere. I'm everywhere on social media. I'm really happy to guide you. And yeah, the WAAW Foundation team as well are here to always give you that guide you need. The only thing I want to tell you is that this journey is going to be a challenging one, but also very interesting. I moved to the UK in 2021, and that was through scholarship. And I got a fully funded scholarship. So I came to UK to study for my master's degree for free. I did pay a dime to come to school. And I also got that support as well through WAAW Foundation. So tell me why my story of my life will complete that WAAW Foundation. It is definitely not going to be completed. Now I'm currently working as an engineer in the UK. And WAAW Foundation was the very first place I've ever done a professional job. And now I am in my dream sector, working in the gas industry. And while I was doing interviews for job, I realized that, oh, I've only worked for WAAW Foundation. So how do I want to transition from working in a non-profit, volunteering, doing STEM education, and now moving into my main profession as an engineer? And trust me, I got my job after 3 to 4 months of finishing my studies. So whatever I have been doing with WAAW Foundation was just a great path for me. It is never wasted. The time I spent, as a college fellow, working with WAAW Foundation, working with you all, the past fellows, was really a great pathway for me. And trust me, guys, you are in the right place. So all I would tell you is put in all your best, put in all your heart. In fact, do this job as if your life depends on it. Because when you look back to, 5 years ago, you're like, oh, I began this just 2025. And now here am I 5 years later, 6 years later, this is how far I have gone. So trust me, guys, you are in the right place. All I can tell you is put in all your heart in all you do. Whatever impact you made in the life of a girl child, it goes a long way. Like years to come, the prayer they will pray for you, the prayer that parents are going to pray for you, are going to go a long way to really shape your future and also shape your life. So we have a wide number of network of young women like myself in WAAW Foundation who have gone through this path before, who are doing well globally. If you need any mentor, you need anyone to talk to guide you, guys, come to us. For me, in fact, my life is a testimony. I don't even know how I'm going to talk about this, but trust me, whatever personal challenge you think you are going through, I came from a very poor family, but yeah, I am today. In fact, it was just God. So trust me, whatever you're going through right now, whether from family-wise, personally, a lot of us have gone through this process before, and we're able to overcome all of this. So feel free to reach out to us anytime. We are happy to hold your hands. We are happy to guide you. We're happy to ensure that you get whatever you want. And when you start your outreach program, still put in your best as well, because these girls see you as their ambassadors. They see you as their mentors, because I believe that if you can study engineering, study any course in health, in sciences, it means that they can also do that as well. So know that wherever you go out there to represent WAAW Foundation, you are more like already a global representative of us wherever you are. So keep being good, and big congratulations to you all again. I hope I have inspired you today. Like the team said, I'm here to inspire you all, which is why I am here. So you can see I'm so excited. I'm happy to share my experience with you. But like I said, reach out to us anytime if you need any support, any advice. I will be glad. The WAAW Foundation team will be glad to always welcome you. So enjoy the rest of the event, and congratulations again to you on your award. Thank you so much, Shura, for the invite.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lucy. And thank you for saying yes to this. I just knew that your voice, what you're going to share, is going to be impactful. Thank you so much for sharing your journey, for inspiring them. Scholars in the chat room, how inspired are you? Please show that in the chat room. Thank you so much for your opening remark, and thank you for setting the tone for today's event. So moving on very quickly, before we unveil the 2025 scholars, it's important that we share with you what is this scholarship about, especially for people who are just joining us for the very first time. It's important that you understand, or you know, what this is about. So the WAAW Foundation need-based scholarship program, and we emphasize need-based because it is need-based. It is merit-based. When we were reviewing the final selection, one thing that we kept reminding ourselves is, let's ensure that these are people that need it. These are people that need it. So it is a need based. Everybody on this call, the 50 scholars that you see are people that genuinely lead this. I mean, based on what they shared with us, based on their story, based on the background check that we did, they qualify at that. So the WAAW Foundation every year provides a $500 sponsorship to the young women across Africa. Now, one of the criteria that we set is ensuring that these are women within a particular age gap. They are currently enrolled in school across Africa and they need it. So need could be basically showing justification as to why it's needed. But one of the things that we also emphasize for every time we make the call for application is there's a giving back method to this, right? So WAAW Foundation, and I want you guys to see the chain, right? So remember I talked about Mr. Akin, right? WAAW Foundation already had a platform where we give this support. Then we reach out to donors to say, guys, come join us to make this happen. Then Mr. Akingbade said, you know what? I've done this last year. How about I amplify it the more? Then he gives the funding. We receive the funding. We're going to channel it to you. Now, for every scholar who will be getting this funding support, they have a duty to their community. And that's through the outreach program. A number of you already know, because prior to this onboarding, we had a pre-orientation session with the incoming scholars. And what that did for us was we made them know what is in need. I think in years past, we've just had the opportunity where we let them know this is what's required. And we see a number of people fall short of what's required, genuinely for different reasons. But for everybody on this call who has signed up, understand what is required. So this meeting really is to propel them, to support them as they deliver on what is required in this role. So what was the journey? Last year, we did a call for application. And I mean, I joined WAAW Foundation January, but I remember when I was reading the report, I saw about 2,000 plus application came in. But this year, I mean, it went over and beyond. So that shows that work is happening. That shows that we're amplifying what we are doing. And because the current scholars are showcasing the impact of this scholarship, is giving room for more. So we are excited about the numbers that we received following this. So following this application, we got to the point where we had to review. And I can bet our scholars on this call, you guys all got the criteria because we made it very transparent. We made it very clear that, see, if you are coming on, these are the metrics that we are using to judge or review your application. So having done that, we had about, sorry, my screen has frozen again. We had about 3,500 applications come in, of which we shortlisted to 160. Now, when we got to 160, something to note too, when we started the year, we said we were going to give just 40 students this scholarship program. It was very clear. We had a clear plan to achieve this. But again, because we have a platform, we have a partner, and we have a support to make this happen, Mr. Akingbade, through the Akin's 50 for 50 Impact Fund, said, you know what, I'm celebrating my 50th year birthday. I want to make this a legacy one. So we moved the number from 40 to 50 because he's able to do it, and because we knew that we had more people who genuinely still needed this support, but we didn't have the funding to cater to them. So this led us to say, you know what, for 2025, we're onboarding 50 scholars, which for people who are already following us across our social media platform, you already see the flyers going here and there. You see the amazing faces of young women who are, should I say, championing this cause for this program. So congratulations once again to all of our scholars, and this is to officially showcase them. So with a show of in the chat room with some excitement, please, 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 please show the excitement to our amazing young women on this, in this image that you see. Congratulations, guys. You did it. Well done. We are here. Congratulations. In the chat room, I want to see you buzzing. I want to see that buzz. Thank you. Thank you. Ola Ahmed, awesome. Well done. Yes, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Great. I'm not going to move on to I see a number of reactions, so please keep it coming. Well done, guys. Well done, well done, well done. Something to note, you could ask, okay, so after this funding, what's next? All of our scholars have a duty to their community. So one key thing that is required of all the scholars, even though we have the disbursement process, we have the milestones that they need to reach, one thing is sure, they need to hold outreaches in their community. So we set up a program, which is the college to secondary program, where our scholars are able to give back to their community, especially the communities close to their university. We also understand that a number of our scholars here, due to several reasons that could be happening in their country. Some of them are schooling from home for the interim. So an arrangement has been done where they would identify a community close to their base and make that happen. But regardless of the location, every scholar is required to adopt a school, and in that school, for 8 weeks, they would be they will serve as ambassadors where they are interacting with the young girls in that school about STEM. So it's not just telling them about STEM. What's the end product for this? We want to cause a behavioral change. We want to increase the number of girls who sign up to say, you know what, I want to take STEM. I'm taking the subjects now, but I want to have a career in STEM related courses. So we will provide that platform, we'll provide the technical support to all of our scholars. They are not alone. The program team, the entire WAAW Foundation team, just like Lucy has also said, we are going to be here to hold your hands as you journey through this. So once again, congratulations to the 50 remarkable women on this screen. So once again, give it up for them. Congratulations, guys. And we wish you the absolute, absolute, absolute best. So moving on. Oops, sorry. I can't see my screen, so it's kind of very okay. So I say it. So with great honor, I'm here to invite Miss Ebele to join us. But before she comes on, I want you to know her. I mean, with the way I know her, right? Miss Ebele is a pillar of support to us at the foundation. She guides our day-to-day operations, ensuring that this whatever we do is tied to our vision, right? So we can't just come up with programs or activities. We have to always circle back. How does this connect to the work that we do? So we are grateful to be under her leadership, to be under her guidance and her strategic view as well for every time we have our programs and all. So with great honor, I invite Ms. Ebele to please give our remark. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, Rola. You are so kind, very, very kind. Thank you. Congratulations, all you girls. This is so mind blowing. First of all, I do want to commend Rola and our CEO Timmy. This is the first time we are having an onboarding ceremony that is this mind blowing. So I'm really grateful for both of you ladies for leading our organization and just doing a great job. Like I said in my chat, Lucy set a very high bar when she was our program manager. So sometimes it's been hard to feel her position. But Rurola, you have been one of those that have come in and you're doing a phenomenal job. And I do want to publicly thank you for that. Thank you so much. It is such a privilege and a joy for me to speak with all of you today. I don't have such an inspiring story like Lucy, or even an inspiring story like the founder, the real founder, Dr. Nomo Korafor. I am an educator. That is who I am. And just advocating for women is my passion. So here I am today. I joined WAAW Foundation in 2011 when Dr. Norma is my friend. We were at a house just whining and dining, and she's talking about WAAW Foundation, and I got upset. Why didn't you tell me this a long time ago? Anyway, so here I am today, over 14 years afterwards, and I've seen WAAW Foundation grow and grow and grow. For our new cohort scholarship recipients, today marks not just the beginning of your journey as scholars, but a vital step forward in a vision that reaches far beyond this Zoom meeting that we're having. A vision that reshapes the landscape of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics for generations to come. Now, let's begin with a very simple question. Why a scholarship for women in STEM? Like I said, our founder has always shared our story. And a lot of you know that story. Some of you don't. I'm not going to take away your thunder. Like Rola said, you will get to find out very soon. She loves WAAW Foundation, and she specifically loves our scholarship program because that was the baby. That was what started um, WAAW Foundation. In 2007, she started with just one scholarship. And here we are today. So for far too long, women have been underrepresented in STEM fields, not due to a lack of ability, but due to a lack of access, mentorship, and representation. Globally, women make up less than 30% of the STEM workforce, and in some areas like engineering, computer science, and physics, those numbers are even much lower. And the gaps are often wider for women of color, first-generation college students, and those from underprivileged communities. And this is the reason WAAW Foundation exists, to bridge these gaps. It is a recognition that when women thrive in STEM, all of us benefit. The community, the industry, as the society as a whole, we all benefit. Whether it's designing life-saving medical devices or writing codes that powers tomorrow's technology, or even leading teams that tackle several problems, women in STEM have the power to lead solutions to the world's most pressing problems. And this scholarship does not just enable individual success. It is about seeding systemic change. And our long-term vision is bold and very necessary. First, we aim to create a pipeline of female leaders in STEM. I don't know if you've ever seen our mission and vision statement. That's what we want to do. Not just graduates, but trailblazers, researchers, entrepreneurs, and mentors. And we have a number of successful women in STEM that were WAAW beneficiaries. You have met Lucy. There are tons of Lucy out there that we're so proud of. They're doing great things. They're inspiring. Their stories just mind-blowing. You know, when we first started, we didn't even think how far this is going to go. But when I see Lucy and all the other women that have come through WAAW Foundation, my heart is full of joy. Second, we envision a community where women support one another, where you don't just receive opportunities, you create them for others. We start with our college to secondary outreach that I believe Wurola had actually mentioned, that empowers our STEM fellows to make a difference in the secondary schools they visit. So you receive the scholarship, you get together a couple of like-minded folks, and then you provide opportunities for upcoming young boys and girls who probably have never seen the STEM lab that you will be sharing with them. And you give them that opportunity, that education, that hope. And third, we're committing to changing the face of STEM. We want future generations of girls to grow up seeing women at the helm of tech companies, leading engineering labs, and writing policy for sustainable innovation. And for you to say, that could be me too. We have paired some of our scholars with other women in STEM that have helped them to stay the course. You might meet Dr. Felicia Whitfall, one of our board members, who has done great things in her career as a STEM woman. There are a lot of our board members, Dr. Ruth. We also have, why is her name why am I forgetting her name now? But we have a ton of board members that are just trailblazers in what they are doing. These are women, successful women of color. This is how we break cycles, and this is how we rewrite narratives. To our scholars, to each of you, congratulations. You were not chosen just because of your academic excellence, but also because of your potential to lead, to challenge norms, and to bring your full self to the world of STEM. I personally cannot wait to see the great things you'll be doing in the next 5 to 10 years. As you begin this journey, just remember something. You're going to hear noises. I'm sure you have heard noises. Just being a student of STEM in a university is challenging enough. So I'm sure you've heard noises, but I'm here to remind you that you belong here. You belong exactly where you are, and your voice matters. And your presence in this field, it's not a favor. Nobody's doing you a favor. It is a force, and you're a force of nature. You carry out not just your own aspirations, but the hopes of countless others. The hopes of countless others who will one day walk the path that you have helped to pave. Let today mark the start of your journey, not just towards degrees and careers, but towards impact and legacy. Welcome to the program. Welcome to WAAW Foundation. Welcome to the future. And don't forget that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And before I end right now, I'm very deeply grateful to Mr. Akinbade Akinfenwa for his generous donation, celebrating his 50th birthday. This year marks the highest number of scholarships we have ever awarded in the history of WAAW Foundation. And we cannot possibly have done that without him. We are super grateful, and thank you, Mr. Kinfeller.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ebede. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops. Okay. Okay. So one thing to note, you are not alone. I mean, it's interesting to see everybody saying it. Our scholars, you are not alone on this journey. Even though the would I say it's on your shoulders, but you're not going to do this alone. You are never alone with WOW Foundation. So having said that, I will just hang on to Ms. Ebele's how she appreciated Mr. Akingbade and just build on that and say thank you once again, sir, for this support. So having said that, it's with great honor that I invite our 2025 donor, Mr. Akingbade Akinfenwa, for the keynote speech. Please give us a few seconds. Please give me a few seconds, please. Let me check.
He's here. I can see him. I
Okay.
believe he's here. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think he's getting ready. Mr. Kimbade, are you?
Okay. Thank you.
Yay. Hi,
There you go.
everybody. Can you hear
Thank
me?
you. Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Uraola and Ebele, and every one of our speakers that has led the way ahead of time. It's been a pleasure, a honor, a dream come true also. I think I've been a honorary WOW Foundation member too, really, whether you guys like it or not, for a while. Your founder is a friend and mentor of mine, and she's been a true trooper, a real luminary in our community in the US here. And over time, I've seen her practically live the life. It's not just talking about it. So it's been just amazing, a delight to be part of this program itself. So I'm not going to waste too much time, but just jump into some of the things I feel for most of you, you're here not because it's an accident, you're a force of nature. You are here because impossible is nothing. You've worked hard to be here. So it's not an accident. We're just blessed to be vessel to be part of your story. We're a footnote to your story, that's all. Um, with or without us, you're a force. Things will happen for you positively. So today, there are three things I would like to just sneak in. And hopefully it can inspire one or two people in the journey together. So I'll talk about three different community, women that have made some impactful transformation that I think might be useful to some of us, might be a good story to inspire us. At least it inspired me. Urola, if you don't mind, can you allow me to share? Is that okay? If you don't mind, please.
Oh, absolutely. I would
Oh,
give you access now.
thank you.
Please give me a few seconds.
Oh,
You can
all
go,
right.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I would hopefully you all can see my screen, and I'll
Yes.
just
Yes.
all right. So I'll be very brief, straight to the point. The power of collective action. So when ordinary people make extraordinary changes, in simple terms, what if the ending of a brutal civil war lay in the hands of women armed only with white t-shirts and unwavering belief and faith, right? And that leads us to a story, over time. In the early 2000s, there was a civil war. Most of us are aware of it in Liberia, right? And there was a social worker, Lehman Bowie, and they took mobilization with thousands of different ethnic groups, faith leaders, Christian, Muslims, to protest non-violently, right, demanding an end to the conflict. At the early stage, when they started this non-violent resistance, it seems like a futile, wasted effort, right? And the power of one, the impact one person can make. Believe it or not, this was one of the main foundation towards ending years of civil war, and ultimately leading even to the election of the first female president in Liberia at that point in time. So the power of engagement for all of us on the call today, I challenge us to keep engaging your community, wherever your ecosystem is, wherever life takes you in. Engagement, engagement, engagement. In the US here, one of the big things, I'm in a board in my city, and one of the things that is huge within our city, our community, and our Texas here is the word engagement, right? Engagement means we look out for our neighbors. We are very proactive to be involved in your community. It means if you're not part of the decision makers, and I challenge everyone, all of you are leaders here. So that's the first mindset. And your foundation, I believe, should be engagement. You have to be very engaged. And the reason is simple. If we are not engaged in civil duty, in community events, volunteering a lot, whatever your space or circle of influence is, then decision making and makers would make decisions that likely would not always be in your best interest because you are not even engaged. So I challenge you for a start. Every one of us be intentional about being engaged. The second one is belief. And the reason I think belief is a big one is, you know, um, the first president of Liberia, right? The first female president of Liberia, she was imprisoned for being an opposition, right? She fled, she went to exile, she was persecuted, but she had unwavering resolve and vision to survive the hardship, right? Then eventually she became the first president, female president of Liberia at that point in time. But what I will challenge everyone is believe. And what does believe mean to you? What does believe really say about you? You don't need to be religious to know you are what you think. Sometimes I challenge you also, don't be casual with your thinking. Don't be, there is no joke in even thinking yourself down. It's not even cool. Um, you got to believe. You have to be very intentional to believe and believe positive things, believe bold, great things. Laugh at yourself in the mirror because your belief system is just so overwhelmingly big. And why go small? Anyway, I mean, it's the same power, the same faith, I believe, if you're in, that it takes to move a little impact versus a large impact. It does not matter. It's the same faith or belief system. So I challenge you, keep believing. Believe in your dreams. Don't let anyone shortchange you. Don't let anyone talk you out of your belief. I know some of you have had some dreams in the past that you've kind of shelved and kept and put together somewhere. I challenge you, go back and dust it out. Go back and get it back to track. Get your belief system back up. And the beautiful thing is, I chose this woman because I felt we can relate with a lot of these luminaries that have walked the paths ahead of us. And I know we are focused on STEM, we are focused on leadership, we are focused on impact. These are people that have gone through the same journey. At one point, it was tough, and I challenge you. Remember again, there will be tough moments. Some of you are going through your tough moments now. Some of you are going through imposter syndrome, like, oh, well, am I meant to be here? I challenge you to keep believing. I challenge you to be a reader too. You're a leader, so there's no shortcut to it. For some of us, we might be in positions, maybe you're remotely taking your education, you're physically going there. The power of the internet, the power of books is unbelievable. I grew up I went to a college that was in Nigeria, my first degree, and I was in a place that was really up northern part of the country. Stereotypically, you would think it's not really a developed place, yes. However, there was something that was a plain field that I saw then, and that was we had a very good library in this college, right? And believe it or not, I just used to personally just go to the library and just soak myself in. And I had this weird imagination. I would listen to Martin Luther King speeches. I would just be there alone. And I was doing engineering, by the way, then. And I just, oh, scratch it. I just left it behind because I felt, you know what? Yeah, this is not really, I was doing it for the sake of passing. But my true belief was I wanted my mind to be broad. I'll go read news magazines on global event, national, just to kind of broaden the mind. So I challenge you, wherever your location is, get a book, stretch the imagination, zero limitation. Always remember that zero limitation. Okay. And the final one I would like to talk about is ultimately execution. So we've taken the first one. The first one is engagement. We got to be engaged. Keep being engaged wherever life takes you, wherever situation you're in a school, you're in a what college you're in a community, be involved, be engaged. You have to be engaged, really. We make changes by being engaged. The next one is you got to believe too. So I challenge you, keep believing, keep believing. Sometimes the situation does not look right, does not feel right, might not stretch a belief. Pick a book. Hopefully, there's a book wherever we are. Pick a book that can stretch your imagination. Go online, listen to books, or watch books, whatever it is to make you stretch your vision. And ultimately, execution. Execution takes me to a very interesting story of how did a group of women turn seaweed into symbol of independence, you know? And this is a very good story that I like. In Zanzibar, these low income seaweed farmers, it was dominated by women, and suddenly they began using seaweed to produce high quality beauty materials. They innovated so much it became a way to elevate income for families. It showcased the power of innovation and determination of women, really. So Zanzibar, it's a popular one is mamas. They call them in Zanzibar. So it became a big deal, for this community. And right now, most of us know Zanzibar is one of the top joint for tourism in Africa also. So it's a big one. But these are people that came together, the power of coming together for women within the community, engaged, believing, and ultimately executing. An idea without execution is simply a fantasy, right? At the end of the day. So there are so many ideas we all have. And I challenge everybody on this call, whatever stage you are in, whatever your ideas are, whatever those babies are that you feel, okay, this is my idea, this is my baby, this is what I believe in. At the end of the day, it's all about execution, execution. And in the course of the execution, you're going to fail forward. So don't stress it, okay? It's going to happen. There'll be moments of doubt. There'll be times everything you believe would fall apart. There'll be times it will be painful too. There'll be times, even in your journey, you would feel like giving up. Life would happen to some of us in the journey too. I challenge you, in the midst of life, in the midst of family situation, in the midst of personal situations, professional situation, school situation, keep believing, keep engaging, and never, never stop executing. Just keep executing. The beautiful thing is this: it's like taking a sledgehammer and hitting a wall many times. By the 100th time, the wall comes down. My question is, was it the first impact that took down the wall or the 100th impact? So the wall has been breaking at every strike till the 100th strike before it fell off, right? But ultimately, it's a accumulation of all of those little, small events that eventually brought the wall down. So I challenge you, as you embark on this journey, as you're executing on your dream, as you believe, as you engage, always remember you have seen far because you stood on the shoulders of giants. Giants like the Wanis Mamas, giants like Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, giants like Lema Bowie. These are people that have paved the way for a lot of us. And giants like my mentor also, Unama Okarafo. So, always remember that you are a force of nature. You are not alone. You are with community of successful women, visionary women that have paved the way for you over time and have opened the doors for you too. So go, hold your head high, be proud of all your achievements, be proud of all the people you come with. You are not alone. You are coming with forces of nature, people that they are trailblazers, people that have paid the price to get us here. So hold your head high all the time and be proud. And finally, this is your time. It's time. At the end of the day, always remember, execute, transforming your challenges into your opportunities. Believe your past does not define your future. It's not relevant. At the moment, it's where we are right now. What are we going to do about it? And finally, keep engaging. United voices create powerful change. Be the force of engagement in your community. And ultimately, welcome on board. I'm honored. I'm just blessed to be a footnote in your story of greatness. So go shine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you on behalf of WAAW Foundation once again. Thank you, sir, for shining your light. And I really like the way you said we are just a footnote. So thank you to our scholars. This is for you. Once again, you are not alone. Very quickly, I want two scholars who are incoming scholars with a show of raising their hand. Do you have something to say to Mr. Aki? Remember engagement, remember involvement. very quickly, if I can see 2 hands raised, be ready to turn on your video and to speak. So if I see 2 hands raised, I'll quickly call you in. Do we have anybody? Jessica, Lillian, please help me check as well. Do we have anybody? Hi, scholars. Do we have anybody that wants to say something? Okay. Hi, Helga. The mic is yours.
Yeah.
Awesome. So please turn on your video and you can speak very briefly. Thank you. So you can unmute.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed, for this opportunity. I am Helga, and I am a scholar from Cameroon, the lone scholar from my country, and I am so proud to have this opportunity. I am so grateful to you for taking out for deciding to invest in us, and I promise that we will not fail you at that. Thank you.
Thank you, Helga. Thank you. So we are holding on to your words. We are holding on to your commitments. Thank you. Do we have one more person who would like to speak? Okay. Hi, Belinda. So you can turn on your mic and your video as well, if you can turn on your video. But the floor is yours.
Okay, please can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you. We can hear you.
Okay. I'm Belinda from Ghana. Yes, a scholar, 2025 scholar, and I'm excited to be part of this. Seeing all those organized, I really learning a lot, even though I got distracted because at my work today, like I'm at my dad's place, so I couldn't follow too much. But yeah, I just have to say thank you for everything. Please, I'm done.
All right. Thank you, Belinda. Do we have anybody from Nigeria? And I say Nigeria because, again, representation matters. Mr. Akin is also big on driving home. So do we have anybody from Nigeria who would like to say something? I know we have a number of scholars from Nigeria. Or if you want to drop it in the chat room, that's fine as well. Okay, so without further ado, once again, thank you so much, Mr. Akin, for your words, the importance for engagements, the need for them to believe and to keep executing. And in all, they are not alone. Once again, you all scholars are not alone on this journey. We are here with you. So speaking of journey and not being alone and community, we brought in our scholars, those who are still scholars as well as alumni. And it's important you hear their voices because honestly, it's WAAW Foundation representative can go out there and blow our own that we are the best things in sliced bread and we are everything. But it's also important that you hear from the people that we are working together to make this impact. So leading this session is Lillian Ugo, who is a program intern. And again, remember I talked about WAAW Foundation being a community-driven one. Lillian was a fellow at a chapter, and now because the opportunity came in, there was call for application. She went through the application process, and we are really excited to have her join the program team, which has been honestly instrumental in the work that we do. And you scholars, honestly, you are going to hear from her. She will bombard you with messages and ensuring that you get your job done. So bringing on Lillian to manage this session, the interactive fireside session with our scholars and alumni. Over to you, Lillian.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to speak to all of us here. I'm very excited seeing all of us present in this meeting. I'm really, really excited. And congratulations to all of us once more. Welcome to our fireside session of this ceremony where we'll be learning our experiences, new insights from our past and present scholars. Of course, some people have gone through this path before you, and so we'll be hearing from them. So I'm thrilled to introduce the remarkable individuals who have demonstrated a lot of excellence, dedication, passion for STEM in their respective fields and their respective schools. So as we gather around for this virtual fireside, we are reminded that our journey is not a solo endeavor. You are not just alone. We are here with you to walk you through each step of the way. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to introduce the scholars now. The scholars would include Honorable Blessing, Queen Dani, Royce, Antonia, and the last person. Please, I would want them to unmute and put on their video so that we can introduce ourselves to the new scholars. Okay, Blessing is on board. Please unmute and put on your video. Royce is also here.
Hi.
Okay. All right. I see my people. They are here. They are here. They are here. Okay, thank you, everybody. So I'm going to start with our present scholars. Please introduce yourself. Blessing, please.
Hello, good evening. My name is Honorable Blessing. I'm a present WAAW Foundation scholar leading at Chukwemeka Ojukwu University. It's really nice to be here.
Thank you, Blessing. Thank you very much. Please, let's be reacting in the chat room as they introduce themselves. Okay, I'll hear from Royce.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Royce Hafweli. I am a final year student at the Copperbelt University School of Medicine here in Zambia, and I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in biomedical sciences. I am also a 2024 WAAW Foundation scholar and the chapter leader at the Copperbelt University chapter.
Okay, thank you very much, Royce. We'll be hearing from Queen Dani now.
Hi everyone.
Okay, I think we lost her. Over to you, Antonia. Let's hear from you.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Abba Antonia, a recent chemical engineering graduate from the Federal University of Technology in Niger State. I was a 2021 WAAW Scholarship beneficiary, and also I was the chapter leader of my chapter, that is the Federal University of Technology in Niger State, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Antonia. Okay, we'll be hearing from Grace Elizabeth now.
Hi. I'm Roba Fado. Sorry, I'm having a glitch with my network, but then I am a student at the Malawi University of Science and Technology. I am in 3rd year, and I am a WAAW 2024 scholar. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Queen Dani. Let's hear from Grace. Okay, I think her network took her out. All right, we'll also hear from Grace. I think she's back. Okay, Grace, can you go on?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was having issues with my network. My name is Grace Elizabeth. I have studied electrical and telecommunications engineering at Moi University, Kenya. I will actually be graduating this year, December. I cannot wait. I was the chapter lead of the Moi University WAAW chapter, and I was a scholarship beneficiary back in 2021. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. So Elizabeth and Antonia are alumni scholars, although Elizabeth is still in her final year, but she has handed over to the current chapter leader and of her school. So we'll go on to hear from our present scholars, their story. We want to hear their stories, how they are going to inspire you on how to move on this journey. I just hope you pay attention to each and every one of them. WAAW Foundation is actually a good place to be in, and then we'll be hearing from our scholars. So I'm going to be throwing the question to Royce. Royce, please share with us the fun experiences, the impact, the joy you had creating impact in young people, in your outreaches, in your mentorship programs. Let's hear from you.
Thank you very much, Lillian. I think one of the most exciting activities that we have during our outreach programs is the interaction that we have with the pupils during the interviews. So we normally conduct interviews before and after the sessions just to measure the impacts that we have on the pupils. So one of the most fulfilling experiences that I have had is when a pupil pointed out to say she was excited to learn that she could actually pursue her interest in computers and electronics as a career. Prior, she did not know that she can pursue a career in computer science, and it was just so fulfilling to see how excited she was and how eager she was to learn more. Yes, thank you.
Okay, you can hear from Royce how a student was so excited to meet them, to actually inquire more of how she's going to navigate her way through STEM. And it's actually very exciting. I mean, I was a fellow in my own chapter, and I know when we go for outreaches, how students come to meet you. Oh, sis, how can we go about this? You'll be overjoyed to actually put someone through a path that you know that, okay, this path is going to be beneficial for this person. To Queen Dani. Queen Dani is going to share her own experiences with us. Over to you, Queen Dani.
Okay, thank you so much, Lillian. My fun experience WAAW Foundation is when we go to outreaches, especially in schools, and mostly when we inspire students. I remember one of my friends who are volunteers, when we went to a certain school, after the whole outreach, the students were like, I thought that chemistry was hard, but simply because you have told us that a girl can do anything, now I think chemistry is not that hard. So for us, that was so exciting. And the fact that we are role models for them is quite exciting and fun. Thank you.
Wow, we can hear these stories and these experiences. They are also awesome. Now I'm going to hear from Blessing. She's going to share with us her own experiences. Let's hear from you, Blessing.
Okay, I'm having a bit of network issues. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you, Blessing.
So okay. So my fun experiences would be planning the outreach with my team members and going for these outreaches. And when we get to the school during the interactive sessions, the students are enthusiastically asking questions and being very interested in what we have to say. And I think one of my proudest moments as a World Foundation scholar was one day I was going home from school and a parent met me on the way and she told me, my daughter said you spoke at her school and we didn't have enough school money to pay for her school fees. And she was crying, saying you told her she has to go to school. And it was really, really exciting for me to know that I had impacted this young child to really want to go to school and move into STEM fields. So that has been the exciting part for me. I think the most exciting part for me being a scholar. Thank you.
Wow. very inspiring stories. And you would be hearing the same thing as you start up chapters in your different schools. Probably a chapter is already existing in your school, or you'll be the one to start up a maiden chapter in your school. So be ready to hear such stories and testimonies from people. And you have students come to you for mentorships. So all of this is you giving back to society. I'm not going to say that it's going to be a bed of roses. No. I was a fellow and there were challenges too. I'm going to share with you some challenges then. While we go for outreaches, some schools, when you go there, first is time constraints. They'll tell you that they don't want your outreach to encroach into their teaching time. And so they're giving you just 20 minutes or 30 minutes of their break period to say whatever you want to say. And that is actually not being so receptive of you. That will want to discourage you, but don't allow it to discourage you. Mind you, that break period, students want to use it to go get snacks. And so all of them, all that thing you're saying there might not want to interest them. But mind you, if you are prepared and you have a strong STEM activity to showcase to them, God, they will be so glued to you. I remember with one school that we went to and we demonstrated how eggs float in water. They were so excited. They were screaming. They were up and down. And after the outreach, they were like, please, you should come back. Please, you should come back. And this was a school that told us that it's only break period they are giving us. So you can actually see that time constraint is a challenge. Some other schools we went to, they are asking us what did we bring for them. That always sanitary pads came and they brought sanitary pads for the girls. That we did not even bring common pen or books to share to the students. All those things are challenges that you'll be facing. But as you are hearing from us that have been in the game, you would find things that you are going to put in place for yourself so that once you meet these challenges, it's not going to shake you or make you stagger or be like, I'm tired of this whole stuff. Don't get tired. The challenges will be there. Nothing is a bed of roses. And I think Royce would want to share with us one challenge that she also experiences in her chapter. Royce, over to you, please.
Thank you so much. So one of the challenges that we have experienced in our chapter is the clashing of academic calendars in universities and secondary. So most of the times when our university closes, that's the time that secondary schools open.
Can we still hear Royce? Let me get a reaction.
No, we can't.
Okay, I think we lost her. Okay, she's going to share with us her challenges in her own chapter. But before then, let's move over to our alumni, our good alumni. So we'll be hearing from Antonia, her experiences. So Antonia, I'm going to ask you, how has WAAW Foundation impacted you? How, when you look back to you being a fellow and now that you graduated, how has WAAW Foundation impacted your life? Let's hear from you.
Okay, please confirm that you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so like how do I even tell my undergraduate story without like mentioning WAAW Foundation? How do I do that? I can't. So a quick one, I got the WAAW Foundation scholarship during my second year at the university. I later got to get an opportunity at other scholarships, but WAAW Foundation was my first and the best. So I had a lot of firsts with WAAW Foundation. My first experience at formal mentorship, that is a formal mentor-mentee relationship, was my first all-sponsored trip was from WAAW Foundation. My first experience at camping, giving back to my community, volunteering was all from WAAW Foundation. Set me up for good for what is for me. And I love that WAAW, I won't give you fun. So I was not just a fellow, I was a scholarship beneficiary, and most importantly, an opportunity to give back and contribute towards the better good of the world, because it's not always good for you to be at the receiving end, right? You need to give too. So fast forward to my fourth year at the university, everything started coming together. All the things I've been doing there without even knowing what was in for me, I didn't know, to be honest. Everything started coming together. I had requirements for applications, for other applications that required me to submit CVs and all that. Because of our foundation and the work I've been doing since my year 2, my CV wasn't blank. And also the work I've been doing also gave me the courage to pursue other opportunities for volunteering. Also, my conversation with my mentor, that is Mrs. Oziden, led me to start researching for internship placement from my year 2. So I started early, and during my 4th year, I was very, very fortunate to get a good placement with an international company. I also got an international award, which required a track record of giving back to my community, leadership, volunteering, good academic stand, of which for like WAAW Foundation, I could go on and on and on, but let me stop here so that others have will have time to speak. So overall, WAAW Foundation shaped happy with the progress that most of them also have made, like my team members, my chapter team members. They're very, very grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Antonia. Thank you very much for that. We hear from Elizabeth. Elizabeth, please share with us your experiences too.
Hello, I hope I'm clear.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Yeah, so for my experience, back in 2023, I had the amazing opportunity of attending the WAAW Fellows Summit that was held in Cape Town, South Africa. It was a very impactful summit where I got to learn a lot on Internet of Things, robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, leadership, and many, many more. To add on that, there was an app creation competition. Actually, there were 2 competitions. My teammates and I decided to participate in the app creation competition, where we created 4 apps and we actually emerged as winners. Also, to add on that, our chapter was awarded Outstanding Chapter for the August 2023 period, which was actually the first time they were awarding that specific award. And I was so excited. So putting all these achievements together has laid a great foundation for me in the STEM field. I actually applied for a program with Huawei last year, and most of the things I was saying during the interview about myself involved WAAW Foundation. I would tell them about the competition that I have been involved in. I would tell them about being an outstanding chapter in my university. I would tell them about the outreaches I would go out for, and you would find that they would be so impressed by it, and they would get excited just knowing that you give back to your community. And it was so nice and amazing, and yeah, I loved how impressed they were. And you also find that they usually pick students who do such things when they see that you give up, when they see that you give back to your community. It really impresses them, and it makes you stand out among the people who are being selected. So this made me stand out, and I got selected to be among 10 students who would represent my country in a regional competition. And I am telling you guys, WAAW Foundation played a really big part in this, because most of the things I was mentioning about myself were all about WAAW Foundation. And moreover, to add on this, I also got selected to participate in an internship program with this telecommunications company, which we all know is a leading telecommunication company, all courtesy to WAAW Foundation. So yeah, just do your best in WAAW and go for whatever it is they put out there, because these are the stories you're going to be telling people, and they're going to build up on so much, and it will lead you very far. This is a foundation in your STEM career. Go ahead and do so much more. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. So we can hear from Elizabeth. This one is success story. She can't even tell her story without WAAW Foundation. And mind you, she said, and I quote, organizations watch out for people who give back to the community, who give back to society, who give back to humanity. So whatever you're doing for WAAW, you're not doing it just for WAAW. You're doing it for yourself. You're adding value to yourself. So we don't have much time to dwell on this fireside section. So please, our alumni and our present scholars, please drop one word of encouragement to our new cohorts. Let's start from Elizabeth.
So what I would say to you is that as you begin this journey, remember the following 3 words, because these words, I have worked with them throughout my STEM education and everything, and it is what has brought me to where I am today. And I know there's still so much more for me. The words are: never disqualify yourself. Go to those schools, seek for those outreach opportunities, partner with those clubs that want to partner with you. Just sell yourself, sell the foundation, let people know what you're doing, because you find that when these other clubs are holding events, they want to partner with you because they know what you bring to the table. It's something that they would want to give to other people. So go ahead and make partnerships, and you'll find that you'll even end up going for more outreaches than you had planned, because they will want to involve you in what they also want to do in their community. And then the same way you believed in yourself when you applied for this scholarship and got it, is the same way you should keep believing in yourself and keep doing your best in everything that pertains it. It will open very many doors for you. I have seen it do that for me. Just keep pushing, keep doing your best, and keep winning. I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Elizabeth said, keep believing in yourself. Keep believing in yourself. Okay, let's hear from Antonia.
Okay, the best way to set yourself up for success is through service. And WAAW Foundation is offering you this opportunity on a platter of gold. Like anything you're doing, you're not doing it for WAAW. You're not doing it for those kids. On the long run, you get to discover that you're doing it for yourself. It's like there is a saying that says, what goes around comes around. I don't know if I'm correct with that saying, but that saying is really true. So just commit to it. Commit to it. Giving back, from my experience, just have a way of coming back to you. Remember to select team members that have the same passion to give back like you do, so that when that motivation is not there, they encourage you. I'm always grateful to my team at WAAW Foundation Mina. I had so much beautiful experiences with them. And also, don't get discouraged from frustrations from school saying no to you. If this school say no to you, go to the next school, keep trying. And on at the end, you are going to get schools that will be very, very cooperative and give you the opportunity at giving back to your community. And also, lastly, remember that you are at the right place and you are at the right community. But the energy you give to it is the energy you are going to receive. Don't be a dormant scholar. Don't be a silent scholar. Be visible. Show yourself. Be known. Like, show your work. Don't be silent in the group. Don't be silent in your outreaches. Like, be visible. Be visible. Maximize it as much as you can, and you enjoy every bit of it. Trust me, I did enjoy it. So I'm speaking from experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonia. Antonia said, be visible. That is the one I picked from there. Be visible. Yes, we always have chapter of the month challenge. Fight for it, grab it, make yourself visible. Let us know you in the WAAW space. So please be visible. And Blessing Onibo has something to say to you. Let's hear from her. Blessing, can you hear me? Okay. I think we are really behind time. So at this point in time, we're going to wrap up. So as we conclude this fireside, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed alumni and present scholars who indulged us to be here today and to speak to us. I want to thank you all for sharing your experiences with us. This means a lot to our new cohorts, I believe so. So, and to our new scholars, I encourage you to hold on to these lessons that we've learned today. All these experiences, you're going to apply them to your own journey. And remember, you are part of this community that believes in you. We believe in your ability. So please don't ever at any point feel alone. If you want to go about something and you're confused, we are here for you. You can always reach out. So please, let's carry this touch of knowledge, passion, resilience towards challenges, because you're going to face some. You're going to face some. But when you're resilient and you keep pushing forward, the sky will definitely be your starting point. So thank you everyone that participated in this fireside session. I remain Lydia and Ugo. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening to my amazing scholars. Once again, I'm saying congratulations on making it this far. I mean, it's not easy. Out of 3,500 applicants, you're among the top 50, you're among the best 50 across Africa. Please, if nobody has told you, you deserve a round of applause and you can give that to yourself. So from now on, okay, we've done the onboarding section. So I'll go on to tell us the next steps we need to know or what we need to do to proceed from here. Okay. So first of all, I will need us to join the WAAW Foundation Scholars WhatsApp group. All right. I'll be sharing your onboarding packets with you after this ceremony. Okay. So I know you're very excited to get your packets. Don't worry. You will receive it as soon as possible. So first things first, I need you to join the 2025 Scholars WhatsApp group so that we can get to know ourselves better. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself properly. I'm Jessica Austin and I'm the programs associate at WAAW Foundation. So I'm going to take you through this long ride as a scholar. All right. So please join your WhatsApp group so that we can communicate and we can network and get to know each other. Then, secondly, I need you to announce this scholarship. Please, it's not easy to be a WOW Foundation scholar. I was a scholar, and believe me, the joy I had in me when I was awarded the scholarship. Oh my God, the whole community knew about it. So please, I'll share a headshot with you. You just need to attach your picture to it, and then you share it across social media. Announce to everybody that you are now a WOW scholar, right? And then down to the business, you need to fill and submit the scholarship disbursement form. Oh, now we are talking money. Okay, so please fill your form. We need to get your bank details and every other detail so that we can send your disbursement to you. Then after that, I will need you to join the WOW Foundation Chapter Leaders WhatsApp group. So I believe you already know that being a scholar, you are a chapter lead. I was a chapter lead in my chapter. So I need you to join the Chapter Leaders WhatsApp group so that we can always communicate. You can get to meet the other chapter leaders from different chapters. You've met some of them today. You met Antonia, Liz, and a lot of them. You meet them in the WhatsApp group as well. And you can always rub minds together for your outreach. Okay? And then we also have the World Foundation Fellows Facebook group. So you need to join the Facebook group so that you can always report your outreach and see what other chapters are doing so that you can also draw insights from there. Now, down to our main business, you need to set up a STEM chapter at your university. I like the word pioneer. I'm the pioneer of the STEM chapter in my university, and I'm proud of it. So you need to pioneer a STEM chapter at your university. I believe you've already been taken through the steps of this during the pre-orientation section, but no worries. Even if you have questions, you have confusion somewhere, when we get to the WhatsApp group, we are going to have a question and answer section, and I'll attend to every question you have on that. So you need to open a chapter, and to do this, you need to recruit fellows. All right, recruit at least 6 fellows, female or male, to join your chapter. Now, you need to be very careful when recruiting fellows so that you don't recruit dormant fellows. You need to recruit fellows that are very active, fellows that have the same passion, fellows that share the same vision, we share at WAAW. All right. So when you must have recruited these fellows, you now onboard them. You take them through the process of what is expected of them as WAAW fellows. After which you share the fellows application form to them so that they can register. And we have them on our database and we acknowledge them as our fellows. All right. And after that, also encourage them to join the fellows WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group for all our fellows across Africa. My dear, you wouldn't want to miss being in that group. A lot of information is being shared and you don't want to miss out. Lillian is doing a lot in that group, okay? So we need to encourage them to join the fellows WhatsApp group. And then you need to create a social media page for your chapter. Please, whatever you're doing, you need to be seen. I remember Antonia saying something about being visible. So you need to be very visible. So you need to create a social media page for your chapter, whether Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. There is no restriction, there is no limit. Whichever platform works best for you, create a social page for your chapter. And be sure to follow our foundation on all social media platforms. We are everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, even on WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp channel. So ensure to follow our foundation on each of our social media platforms. And then whenever you go for outreaches, whenever you make posts on your social media pages, do not forget to tag WAAW Foundation so that we can see your posts. We can always repost your engagements as well. Okay. Then after that, you need to identify and adopt a school near your university or community. Now, I would emphasize on the word near your university because I was once a scholar and a fellow. And believe me, if you're going to a school that is far from your university, it's going to cost you transportation, logistics, and all of that. So it's advisable to identify a school near your university so that it will cut down costs. All right. So you must have identified this school. You need to download and edit the adopt a school letter of introduction. Okay, so we already have a letter of introduction prepared for you for this particular, for your outreach event, for your introduction. All right. So all you need to do is to download this letter and edit it. You just put your name, put your chapter, your contact details in case the school needs to reach out to you, and that is all. So you now share it with the school you must have identified, and then you agree on the dates for your outreaches for the 8 weeks period of outreach. Yeah. So you identify the dates for this outreach. And then when you must have identified these dates, please impute the proposed outreach dates using the outreach proposal form. I know I've said a lot of things, but all these will be shared to you and I will take you through all of them. So you need to fill out the outreach proposal form once you've identified the school and the dates for these outreaches. All right. Now, this will also help us to track your progress, to track your outreach, and to support you whatever way we can, in whichever way you need our support, before your outreach, after your outreach, or on the day of the outreach. So you need to fill out this form so that we can know where you are and what is going on. All right. Now, after this outreach, please submit your outreach report using the outreach report form. We have a form where you report your outreach, tell us how the outreach went and how exciting it was. Believe me, going for outreach is very exciting. So you will tell me your story when you start going for yours. Okay. So, but please, you need to report the outreach and as well post it on your social media page, tagging WAAW Foundation. Post it on our fellows Facebook group. If you go there, you see the posts from other chapters that have gone for their several outreaches. So you post yours as well, and we will all engage on it. And remember, or do not forget to tag WAAW Foundation. Now, I remember Lillian saying something about the Outstanding Chapters Award. All right. So at the end of every month, we select the best chapter for the month, and they are given an award. Now, I wouldn't tell you what that is, but believe me, you would want your chapter to win that. So please, let's all follow up these steps, join the WhatsApp group. And I know you might have questions. Believe me, I have questions too. So that is why I would be hosting a question and answer section this week. But I need you to be in the WhatsApp group so that we can communicate properly. All right. So I think I've come to the end of this speech. I will be calling upon my ever active and super executive director, Mrs. Timilein Onafeso, to give her closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessica, and well done. Well done for the great work that you have done. Again, Q&A open hour would be made available on the WhatsApp group so that all these inquiries that you have, our coming scholars, we can attend to that. So having said that, on behalf of the Executive Director, I will be giving her closing remark. For some reasons, her network keeps taking her out of the call, but I will just quickly give her a remark. But before we do that, it's painful that she's not here because she really wanted to do it. But we are using this opportunity to recognize our staff, and that's in person of Jessica. Please give me a few seconds. Let me share my screen for that. Oof. Please give me a few seconds. Oh, Jessica, can you share the screen from your end? I don't know what's happening. Okay, it's back now. Okay, so please join us. That's the board members, the team of WAAW Foundation, in recognizing Jessica Austin, who coincidentally just finished her own slide. We are recognizing her as the best team member for Q1. So please let's appreciate her for the work well done, for the impact done. Well done, Jessica. Thank you so much for all that you do. We see the work, honestly, we see the work. And for you, our scholars, again, this is showing you the journey. This is you showing you all the journey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well done, Jessica. Well done. Well done. And we've come to the end of this onboarding event. I am glad. I am excited. I hope you are. I hope you found this rewarding. I mean, we've been here since 3:30, but I hope you found this rewarding. I hope you are leaving here inspired. I really do hope you are leaving inspired. I hope that you've taken out a word that you are going to run with, whether to be engaged, to ensure that you collaborate, and remember, right, that WAAW Foundation is here. Okay, we have somebody, Amenge. You want to say something? You have the floor. You can quickly speak.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, my question is that to the previous caller, and just want to ask them if they could briefer in an insight of how they conducted their outreach. I just wanted to know if maybe they were following a specific WAAW syllabus, they were just be creative the whole process. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for that question. Again, right, I'm going to direct that question to the WhatsApp group. Remember, I said we're going to have a Q&A session. I believe that other scholars have this particular question as well as others. So we would address all of these questions in the WhatsApp group. So as soon as we send the email to you later today, please do well to join the group. And starting next week, we'll start engaging with you all. So having said that, once again, thank you all so much for joining. And this is me once again saying thank you to our partners. On behalf of the Executive Director, we're saying thank you for your support. To our partners who joined the call, thank you. To the scholars, welcome, welcome, welcome home. Welcome to the community. To the WAAW team members, you guys are phenomenal. Thank you all so much for joining. And to my programs team people, I mean, we have a lot of work to do ahead of us, but we are sure that we're going to journey through this. So thank you all. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Have a good day. But before we go, please, if you can turn on your videos, let's take a virtual picture of this event. So if it's fine, you can turn on your picture. I will just do a screenshot and just take a picture. So very quickly, turn on your videos. Let's take a picture. Okay, I'm seeing faces already. I see Kezia. I see Admire. I see Belinda. Amenge, I see you as well. Munira, thank you. Let's see more faces. Let's see more faces. Awesome. Oluwadara Simi, well done. I see you all. So I'm taking it now. So it's going to be very random. It's like, so I'm already taking it as we speak. So you can strike a pose. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Let's assume that this is a photographer in front of you. Okay. So are we ready? Okay. So I'm taking it now. Okay, I'm going to the next slide now. Please remain so that I can capture everybody. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Nice. I see Grace. I see Grace smile. I'm gingered. Thank you all. Thank you. Okay, so I've taken it already. Thank you all once again. Thank you. I can't stop saying that, but really I'm excited. And we'll speak to you all through the WhatsApp group. So bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You
Bye,
can unmute if you want to
everyone.
say, yeah, let's just hear voices. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.